You don't consume me, I consume you. 14.6 rebounds, 5 assists in the first half. Heat up 4. Heat had 4 players in double figures in the first half. The Jazz had just 1. Guess who that one was? Yeah, you guessed right. Donovan Mitchell right there, the and one right there. How about more Mitchell being guarded by Butler? In your face, but he was just 2 of 9 from 3. The Jazz take the lead. Mitchell drives. Those old-fashioned threes are so tasty. There's another one. Mitchell, 12 points in the third quarter. Still, the Jazz were down 2 after 3. The fourth quarter follows. Jazz only allow 11 threes per game. They gave up 7 in the first half, gave up 7 in the second half. Duncan Robinson for 3. Goran Dragic drives Andre Iguodala. He knows a little thing about winning. And then Dragic. Butler credited Dragic's return with the team's improved play. Also, Miami out-rebounded Utah by 14. Nobody out-rebounds Utah. Mike Conley, maybe the best player not to play in an All-Star game that's currently active. Jazz cut the lead to 3. Mitchell, this is a 2-point game with a minute to go, under a minute to go. Misses and then throws it away. Look at, he was looking for Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich is leaning right. And he throws, oh, he wants a do-over right there. Just 9 turnovers for the team. That one was a killer, and here comes Butler. Hear my train a-coming, Jimmy. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. The Heat, 124-116. They avenged a defeat earlier this season by the Jazz.
These are just learning opportunities, but, you want to win, through the learning opportunities. But I think there are a lot of things you can pick from this, and it's tough to see that when you lose a tight game like this, that there's good things that come from this as far as development. But I think there's definitely things you can pick away and take away from this game.
Having Goran helps. He makes shots. He passes the ball just like I do. He makes it easy for everybody. So when we got him, hopefully we get AB back soon as well. We'll look even better.
Yeah, when Jimmy plays, it's the power of soul for the Heat. The win percentage more than doubles. And the three-point shooting and assist-to-turnover ratio each go up significantly. But the biggest difference is on defense. The Heat are allowing nearly 10 points per game fewer with Jimmy Butler than without him. Time to talk to Jalen Rose. What did Miami show you, Jalen, or what did Utah not show you?
Well, it was all about Jimmy Butler, as you guys just pointed out. He was terrific the entire game, scoring, passing, getting rebounds, defensive tenacity. He's been basically flirting with triple-doubles the last handful of games. And he and Bam Adebayo out on the perimeter, Neil, they can switch a lot of actions and play multiple positions defensively. And that took the Jazz out of their spot-up open three-point shooting. That's where Utah has really been dominant this year. Yes, Rudy Gobert's an anchor defensively, but they've been historic in knocking down the three. I like to see aggressive Jimmy Butler. I like that they're putting the basketball in his hands. He's playing a lot more pick and roll. He's being a lot more aggressive scoring. They took advantage of the Utah Jazz on their home floor.
Yeah, Butler and Bam, 52 points, 21 rebounds, 15 assists combined. We got more run for you. Hang tight.
Let's get it.
Damian Lillard and the Blazers here in L.A. to take on LeBron James and the Lakers. Lakers trying to snap a 4-game losing streak and end the panic that is setting in here in Los Angeles. See Lillard's numbers against LeBron James teams. And Dame time came early in this game. Slicing and finishing. Then later in the first, Lillard, more handles. This time, though, to set up the jumper, Lillard. 15 points in the first quarter on 5 for 8 shooting. The Blazers led by 5 after 1, and you're wondering, this is going to be another one of those nights for L.A. Remember, no Anthony Davis again. Second quarter, Lakers are down 3. LeBron James is going to get switched on to Lillard. Lillard takes it to the rack, but James, get it out of here. 3 of L.A.'s 7 blocks for LeBron James, and then at the other end, feed the player who made the defensive play. Davis approves. Later in the second, James. 3 ball. Bang, bang, bang. He was 2 for 5 from 3. The Lakers 7 for 27 as a team. They got the lead now. Just over a minute left in the second. Lillard 5 for 13 from three-point range. He had 24 at the half. Blazers back up 3 at the break. Third quarter now. Game tied at 59. James with the rip. Up ahead, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Give and go. And it's gone. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists for James. Takes it away again. Give it up to Alex Caruso. And the Lakers turning defense into offense. James gets his fourth steal. He did a little bit of everything in this game. Lakers by 9 after 3. Fourth quarter, Dennis Schroeder, welcome back to James. Lakers taking over. Schroeder with 22 in this game. Lakers missed his offense while he was out. Later in the fourth, James off the dribble, beating the shot clock. And the Lakers back in the win column with the one they needed, 102-93. LeBron James with the basketball combo play, Neil, the poo-poo platter.
You got it.
He had a couple of teriyaki chicken wings, led his team in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals for the 49th time in his career, including the playoffs. That's 20 more times than any other player since blocks and steals became official. Let's welcome in Jalen Rose once again. Jalen, it's 1 of 72, but this felt like a game that the Lakers really, really need to have, and they got it. What jumped out at you from their performance?
LeBron James, first and foremost, stuff in the stat sheet, doing it all on both ends of the floor. And it was needed by the Lakers, not just the points, but the defense as well, the blocks, the steals, the effort. Because when your best player and your leader is competing on that end of the floor, everybody else now has to fall in line. Caruso, Harold, Kuzma. And now when they get LeBron out in transition, he can make plays for his teammates, make plays for himself. He was fantastic getting Schroeder back in the lineup at the point of the attack defensively. Another guy that can initiate offense, take pressure off LeBron James. It was just a big-time home win by the Lakers, who did a great job in the second half of blitzing Dame Lillard. They know it's no C.J. McCollum. There's no Nurkic down low. So the Lakers wanted to first force somebody else to make shots. The Blazers weren't able to get nobody else going besides Dame.
All right, so they get the win. They still don't have Anthony Davis, but I'm really interested in your top 4 in the Western Conference right now.
Ooh, so I want to make sure that everybody knows this is if each team is fully healthy.
Okay, all right.
Each team is fully healthy, and it's playoff time, and we're talking about a 7-game series. Okay. Big shout to the Phoenix Suns. Big shout to the Denver Nuggets. They didn't make the cut just yet. Number 4.
Mention
the Portland Trail Blazers. I just mentioned a couple of reasons why. When they get healthy, as much as we talking about the Lakers missing Anthony Davis, and that's rightfully so, what he brings to the table to that team. But what C.J. McCollum brings to the Blazers team has made them one of the more consistent teams in the Western Conference the last few years. So I'll give them a nod at the number 4 spot.
Yeah,
number 3.
That could be 60 or 70 from the backcourt any night.
Exactly. We got the Jazz. I know you listen to a lot of Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Old school hip hop. That's right up my alley.
Exactly. And I know they lost tonight at Miami. I understand that. But they have been fantastic shooting the 3. They have a balanced attack playing defense led by Mitchell, led by Gobert. Number 2, Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh, okay.
See, what happened last year? People like me just sprain their ankles jumping off their bandwagon after they got bounced out of the bubble, right? But Kawhi's healthy, and he's still playing at an elite level. Paul George seems to have gotten his confidence back. I saw him eating Gus's fried chicken in the post-game conference. They're feeling good about their games. The Los Angeles Clippers, and their guard play is improving. Patrick Beverley's making threes at a high clip, 40%. So the Clippers, number 2, and number 1, the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right.
They don't have Anthony Davis. He's one of the top players in the game, one of the top defenders in the game. And he went crazy in the playoffs last year. Once he returns, order will be restored in the Western Conference. The pecking order will be aligned again. It's going to be the Lakers and then everybody else once they get healthy.
All right. While they throw things at the TV in Salt Lake City, you stick around because we got to talk Pacers and Celtics coming up.
You got it.
There was more to talk about than just basketball with LeBron James. He responded to criticism from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the soccer star, about his activism. You'll want to hear what he had to say.
Celtics not in the East top 8 right now, but just 2 games in the loss column behind the Pacers, who began the night 4th in the East. Couple all-stars there. I turned the game on, it was 18-4 Indiana, and then Kemba Walker went to work. 3. Then Kemba Walker was still doing work. Part of a 15-2 run. He's all hopped up on body armor. Walker, 10 in the first quarter. Boston up 1. Second quarter, Jason Tatum brutal night shooting, 4 of 18. So instead he finds Peyton Pritchard. How about that pass? How about Pritchard? 30 minutes. He had the best plus-minus amongst all players, plus Oregon beat Stanford on Thursday. Celtics up 1 at the half. Fourth quarter, Celtics up 10. Pacers, though, here they come. Jeremy Lamb and 1. Now it's a 4-point game. Boston has struggled in the fourth quarter. T.J. McConnell, the steal, the push. Aaron Holiday, the corner. Threes, please. Holiday led all bench scores with 15, but Kemba Walker was clutch. Boston has struggled in clutch time. Step back, Bobby Jack. He had 32. He hadn't had 30 in over a year. But Sabonis, he had 24, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Jalen Rose won his bet, his Friday wager. Bonus's numbers over Tatum's, but who had Daniel Tice hitting the game's biggest 3? Tattoo you. Celtics hold on to win it, 118 to 112.
Just making the right plays. My teammates believing in me to stay aggressive. So the ball just went in. I've been working my butt off to make those shots, and it was a good night.
I don't think we win the game without his will tonight. Like, I think that no matter how everybody's playing, when that thing was 18-4, he was the loudest voice. And then now we're back on our footing. We have a little bit of confidence, which had been shot. But that's what really good players do, and that's what veterans do. That's what guys that have been there, done that, and done it for a long time do. And so I really thought he led us tonight.
Kemba Walker, aggressive, best game of the season, set a season high in points, free throws, both made and attempted, and assist to turnover ratio. Also showed up in the final 5 of the game, scoring or assisting on 9 of Boston's 12 points in clutch time. Jalen Rose and Jalen, Celtics expected to be a top 4 team in the East. They are barely a top 8 team. Where are they in your book?
I feel like once the Eastern Conference playoffs come, Neil, it's going to be a crapshoot based on matchups because there's so many terrific teams. If Kevin Durant is healthy, I'm picking the Nets as my clear favorite. However, the 76ers have been terrific this year, led by Joel Embiid's offense and Ben Simmons' defense. The Boston Celtics, as we know, they have Jason Tatum. They have Jalen Brown. But Kemba Walker is going to be a key. You saw that today. And if they get Marcus Smart back, there's no panic in Boston. They'll still be one of those teams that's a tough out. You still have Milwaukee that has Giannis. The Eastern Conference playoffs are going to be stacked. But I got a wild card for you. If and when the Indiana Pacers get Karis LeVert back healthy, that's going to be another team along with Sabonis.